Welcome back at 7:30 to CBS This Morning. Across the country, millions of Americans are missing appointments for their second vaccine dose. That's according to the CDC. More than 5 million of us, about 8% of appointment takers, had missed their second Pfizer or Moderna doses as of early April. And the CDC says that second shot is critical in helping protect people from the virus. Our Adriana Diaz is at a vaccination site outside Chicago's Wrigley Field. Adriana, good morning to you. What do you see there?
Good morning. Well, Tony, it's not usually this quiet outside of Wrigley, but it's still pretty early. Here's what's happening here. Later this week at a vaccine clinic in this building next to Wrigley, they're going to start accepting walk-ins, so people without appointments, to really encourage people to get vaccinated. But as you mentioned, there are millions of people who are not getting that second dose, and that's creating concern that we're going to lose the ground we've gained against the virus.
39-year-old Danielle Lee is an occupational therapist living in Southern California with her family. At first, she wasn't sure if she'd get the COVID vaccine at all because she says she's had adverse reactions to vaccines in the past.
How did you decide to finally get that first dose when you had your reservations?
It was almost like I guess maybe an emotional decision. I think it was a combination of, people maybe a little bit peer pressure as well, like you see other people doing it.
She only had mild symptoms after her first Pfizer dose, but she's not sure she'll get her second. She's frustrated after learning she may need a booster and annual shot and is still worried about side effects.
Danielle, are you more afraid of bad reactions to the second dose or possibly getting COVID?
To be honest, I'm more worried about bad reactions to the second dose.
She's not alone. According to a report in the New York Times, the reason people are skipping second shots include issues with second dose appointments, people already feeling protected with just one shot, or if they felt sick after the first dose.
Side effects that last for weeks or months after a vaccine are probably not due to the vaccine. You need to see the doctor and make sure there's not something else going on. What can cause lingering ongoing problems for many, many months is COVID.
Dr. Emily Landon is an infectious disease specialist at the University of Chicago Medicine. She said people are considered unvaccinated until they've had both shots.
In the way that the vaccine is supposed to work is the first shot is sort of like your body being told, here's a picture of a spike protein. This is what you're looking for, and you need to take care of it if you see it. And oftentimes our bodies react the same way that we react, and they say, okay, got it, sounds good. But then the second shot is like a practice run. It's sort of tricks your body and says, here's that spike protein again. And your body jumps into action and it does everything that it needs to do to fight off that spike protein. And that creates that big boost in antibodies that last longer.
What risk is someone taking by possibly not getting the second dose?
Not getting your second shot means you're kind of giving up on your immunity. And you may be at risk for COVID as soon as a few months after that first vaccine. Secondly, you have way lower immunity to all of the variants that are the predominant things that are circulating right now.
If not enough people get the second shot, could we possibly regress? I mean, could we not reach herd immunity? Could we go back to square one or two?
Absolutely. This COVID is not gone.
Danielle's second dose appointment is this Friday, but she's still not sure if she'll go.
Is it going to be a game time decision?
I'll probably, in my mind, tell myself, you can make that decision when you wake up. That way, like, the pressure is off of me.
What if too many people don't get their second dose and we don't stamp out this virus?
Yeah, no, I think that's a very valid concern. And I've thought about that and thought, okay, I don't want to be a part of the problem. But I think that's a very valid point that if we all just are kind of half vaxxed, like, that's not going to help the situation.
Danielle told us another reason she's hesitant about the second dose is because of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine pause. Even though she got Pfizer, that's still raising concerns for her about safety. Now, Dr. Landon couldn't have reiterated more strongly that the risk from COVID far outweighs any risk from a rare side effect from one of the vaccines. Anthony?
Yeah, let's underline that, Adriana. Again, thank you. And as we heard Dr. Landon say, you're not fully vaccinated until you've had that second shot. And you can get a kick from it. I felt it. but that's telling you that it's doing its job.
Yeah.
And that kick is temporary.
It lasts a day,
yes,
pretty much. That's
yes.
it.
And there's no peace of mind if you don't get that second one.
Yeah.
And you've already exposed yourself to whatever your worries were about getting a shot in the first place. You already got one shot. You're halfway there.
The first one, as the doctor said, is really the setup for the second shot, which is what really does the job.
Yeah, I know it's such a personal decision, but it's so scary for so many people, but it's so important.
Yeah.
It's the only way we're going to get out of this.
Yeah.
The only way.